It's week 2 of session. So, Leanne and others, I see that you're having challenges with the visibility of the content in the modules. I'm not able to recreate the problem that you're having, but I'm not disputing that there's some combination of screen resolution, browser, window. Something is causing a glitch somewhere along the line. So I'm going to follow up with PDF versions of the modules. I've tried a variety of browser combinations, window sizes, screen resolutions, and I'm still able to, the content just reformats for me, so I can't recreate the problem that you're having. But what I'll also do is provide a transcript of this audio recording with a link through to CSU's DIT browser support suggestions, and as I say, I'll provide an alternative version in a portable document format. Leanne, you also asked on the forum about the pace at which to read the modules. Now, I suggested in my intro video that we were going to try and focus on the pace a little differently here, and the pace is going to be guided by the assignment readings. And what we're going to do is try and use the module readings as backup. So I understand that's probably quite different from how you've approached subjects in the past. It's been very much about reading through module content, whereas what I'm suggesting here is that we focus on specific readings during specific weeks of the session, and then you turn back flexibly to the appropriate module content. So while we're working on community informatics, the community informatics reading, you should be working through module 1, which focuses on community informatics. While we work on the social capital reading in the next couple of weeks, module 2 on social capital. Social networks, the following assessment reading and posting, that overlaps modules 2 and 3. As you'll see as you get into that phase of the content. Civic engagement is dealt with predominantly in module 3, as is information communications for development, which information communications technologies for development, ICT 4D, as we tend to use the shorthand for. So let's have a chat about approaching assessment. What we're trying to do, and again I think I suggested this in our introductory video, we want to model community informatics practice. And what does that mean? Well, it means we're trying to find ways of using the networks and technological functionality that's available to us for our purposes. Okay, so it's about you making decisions about how you use those tools, those structures. Okay, so here we're going to be using it for our assessment process. And understand, blog postings that you might read have a much more informal, often there's that kind of, there's a life blogging diary style, but there's also other types of blog postings where in a more professional context people tend to use them as think pieces, as reflective notepads, and we are moving in that kind of direction. So we want you to think about the content that you're creating, get those skills in content creation, but also think about the content creation in terms of what's the genre here? Well, the genre is academic assessment, so we still want you to be thinking about referencing appropriately. We still want you to be thinking about structuring your ideas, your comments, your reflections. So think in terms of an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Now it's a shorter post. We're trying to. That's how we're breaking up the assessment practice in this subject. We're doing shorter pieces of assessment, but we're doing them more frequently. Okay, so in terms of quantity, it adds up to pretty much the same as what you've done in other subjects, but we're just breaking it down into more frequent submissions. So do take that structured approach, introduction, body, draw it to a conclusion in your 750 words. And what I'm going to do is, as I say, provide a transcript of this recording, and I'll embed in the transcript a few comparative perspectives that you might draw on when you're thinking about community informatics. These are readings that a couple of which are accessible through the library. A couple come from journals that we've got access through the library. Others are available online, and I'll provide the links. It's all good quality material, so it's worth reading through. And I think what you want to do is compare. So you've got different. There's always different perspectives on significant concepts. So community informatics is no different. The Stillman and Dennison reading provides one particular approach, but there are others. So what you can do, and I talked in the introductory video about how moving up the grading scale involves, as in other assessment practices, involves drawing on that wider reading and research. So what you can do is compare those different perspectives. How do these different perspectives map against each other? Are they radically different, or are there similar themes? What are those similar themes? And that's how you can flesh out the kind of perspective that you might present in your postings.